Hey Algebra 2, today I'm going to teach you how to rewrite an equation from standard form into vertex form. So it's important to be able to go back and forth between these two forms. Standard form is nice because A will tell you if your graph opens up or down, and C will tell you what the y-intercept is. Vertex form gives you different information. There's my A, so it will also tell you if it opens up or down, but the H and K will tell you the location of the vertex. So we've been completing the square, so we're going to use that strategy. So before, when we did complete the square, we wanted our x's on one side and everything else on the other. So that is the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to have x squared and x on one side, and you're going to move the number to the other side. So we're just going to go plus 15 to both sides. Y plus 15 plus blank equals x squared minus 14x plus blank. So the next thing that I did is, when I completed the square, is I figured out what number goes here in the blank. So step 2 is what number goes in the blank. And I did that by using the formula b divided by 2 squared. All right, so A is 1 because it's x squared's coefficient, and B is negative 14. So I do negative 14 divided by 2 squared, and that becomes negative 7 squared. So negative 7 squared is the value that I'm going to add to both sides of my equation. On the left, I'm going to square that and add it to the 15. So 7 squared is 49, and 49 plus 15 adds up to 64. So on the left side, now I have y plus 64 equals, and so over here, what I'm going to do is I plan on factoring the right-hand side. So hopefully you remember me getting out the highlighter. I did that, and so this right side factors as x minus 7 quantity squared. So I don't make an ACB chart, it's just whatever number is right there, b divided by 2, that goes right there. And then to put it into vertex form, all I need to do is get y by itself, and so apparently all I need to do is subtract 64 over to the other side. So y equals x minus 7 squared minus 64. So this is what vertex form looks like. And I can tell different information. I can tell the coordinates of the vertex by looking at those two numbers right there. And I know that my vertex is located at 7, negative 64, because your x always lies 2. So from here to here, you would just have a sign change. Let's do one more. Nope. This one. Y equals, sorry. All right. X squared minus x minus 12. I'm going to put this in vertex form. So once again, I want my x's on one side all by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 12 to both sides. I have y plus 12 plus blank equals x squared minus x plus blank. So I need to figure out what value goes in the blank right here. So there's an invisible 1, and there's an invisible 1 right there. So to figure out what goes in the blank, you do b divided by 2 squared. And in this case, b is negative 1. All right, so you cannot simplify that down like you did the last one. So the number that I am going to add to both sides is negative 1/2 squared. If you take a half times a half, you get a fourth. So I am going to kind of mix and match. So when I add these numbers here, 12 1/4 is 12.25. Maybe here you leave it as negative 1/2. Maybe you write it as a decimal, as negative 0.5. I'm going to leave it as a fraction, quite honestly. So that number right there is how I factor this. So this factors as x minus 1/2 squared. And then to put it into vertex form, all I need to do is subtract the 12.25 to the other side. So y equals x minus 1/2 squared minus 12.25. And now that is in vertex form. Thanks. Have a good day.